I can't believe you went behind my back, Zaire.
I didn't go behind your back, Malaysia. I just thought...
You thought? You thought? I'm so tired of your excuses. You never consider my feelings.
Well, I'm sorry it seemed that way, but I just thought it would be a nice surprise.
Surprise? By inviting your ex to our anniversary dinner?
It was a dinner to catch up. I didn't mean anything by it.
You know how uncomfortable I am with her, and yet you still did it anyways.
It's not like I was hiding anything from you. She's just a friend. Nothing more.
Well, it doesn't feel that way to me. Every time she's around, I feel invisible to you. I can't believe you went behind my back, Zaire.
I didn't go behind your back, Malaysia. I just thought...
You thought? You thought? I'm so tired of your excuses. You never consider my feelings.
Well, I'm sorry it seemed that way, but I just thought it would be a nice surprise.
Surprise? By inviting your ex to our anniversary dinner?
It was a dinner to catch up. I didn't mean anything by it.
You know how uncomfortable I am with her, and yet you still did it anyways.
It's not like I was hiding anything from you. She's just a friend. Nothing more.
Well, it doesn't feel that way to me. Every time she's around, I feel invisible to you.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. What's going on? What's going on, everybody? What's going on? Clay, what's up, my guy? Clay's in the house. What's good, man? I hope everything's good with you, man. I hope everybody, it's good to see you all. I see you on YouTube. Good to see you on Twitter. Good to see you. What's going on? What's going on? I hope that you can hear me well. I'm not too sure if my microphone is actually on. but yeah, I'm glad to see everybody. I'm glad to see you here. It's an awesome, wonderful weekend that's coming up. Happy Thanksgiving and all of that. You know what I'm saying? Oh my God. So look, it's so funny. I'm up here rambling because I'm not at my regular location, only because I have been under the weather for a little while. No, it have not been COVID. I've been telling everybody that the same way. And as you can see, I'm still getting dressed. I want to give a shout out to my son real quick, who helped me out real quick. He says, "Yo, Dad." And so I was like, "Yo, bro, iron my shirt. Do this, do that." I didn't realize, Clay, that it was a lot. I didn't realize that I was like, sometimes I'll tell you a quick story. And for those of you who I see you all on my email list, I see you and I see you here too. Good to see y'all. I see y'all coming in. Good to see y'all coming in. Let me tell you a quick story while you're all coming in now. And Facebook seems slow on me today. Maybe people are still tired from cooking for tomorrow. But I remember I was supposed to be going to Florida. Shout out to my Bishop Frederick Lawrence. We went out. I think we were doing something for convocation or whatever the case would be. And who was it? It was somebody, one of my brothers, I think his name is Steven. Yeah, he was supposed to be going out there because he was playing or singing or whatever the case would be. I found out that we happened to be on the same plane. Now, he lived at that time in Queens. And for those of you who may not know anything about New York, I'm in the Bronx right now, currently by way of Jersey. But I knew I was traveling from the Bronx that particular day to go straight to Queens. He lived in Queens. He's over there by JFK, airport. He figured he have a lot of time and stuff like that. I'm getting up early in the morning. I'm on my way. I'm like, look, I want to get there 2 hours before time because you know how it is. Anybody who's taking a plane, and Clay, you know about this. Listen, you know what I'm saying? And yeah, Anthony, you know about this too, champ. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know you got check-in time and you don't want to go through all that craziness, you know what I'm saying, during check-in time. So you want to get there at least 2 hours early. He decided because he lived in Queens, I got enough time. He was the one who wound up missing the plane, champ. That's crazy. It was the craziest thing ever. I'm like, how are you in Queens, the same borough? But sometimes we think we got enough time. Sometimes we think, all right, look, you know what? We're right here. I could take my time. I could just sort of drag my feet a little bit and turn around and miss the plane all together. And that was crazy. That was so crazy. So the reason why I said that because I'm home and I'm in my office area, and I felt that I had enough time. And before I knew it, was like in the skin of my teeth, Claire. I'm like, oh my God, because I understand with or without anybody online, predictability is everything, especially when you started your own business and stuff like that. Predictability is everything. And I want to announce that I'm happy, that I'm feeling much, much better. I feel so much better. I feel like myself, my voice is not 100% yet, but I'm feeling so much better. And I'm like, yes, and again, I'm just glad it wasn't COVID. So I got my tablet in front of me, just monitoring who's who and whatever the case may be. I just want to say real quick, let me just open this up by saying happy Thanksgiving to everybody. Before we get started, I'm happy, I'm saying, for all of you who are going to be looking in, for all of you who are here. My boy Clay, that's the only one representing Hard Body. Oh, okay. Sherrod, good to see you. People are coming in on Facebook now. See you on Twitter. I see you over there in YouTube also. I'm glad all of my email list. Thank y'all for watching right now. Also, I'm just glad. I want to say happy Thanksgiving to all of you. I hope that y'all cooking. I hope that you have a good time. And listen, let's let Thanksgiving not be about food. Let's let Thanksgiving be about those of us who are still left over, rather through COVID, rather through after COVID, rather through other stuff. A lot of deaths have been going on, a lot of killing and all this stuff going on around us. We just want to be grateful to who we have left. And I want to personally say happy Thanksgiving to all of you. Clay, good to see you. Sherrod, good to see you. Oh, wow, Donna, good to see you. I'm just glad that all of you are safe and we're still here. And we're by prayer, we are looking to see 2024 because we got work to do. You feel what I'm saying? We got work to do. Ain't nobody got no time to die. Ain't nobody got no time to be murdered. Ain't nobody got no time to be in no hospital. You know what I'm saying? We have work to do. You feel me? And I'm just glad that all of you are coming in. And Clay, I thank you for watching my clip twice. I want to show it just one more time because it's only about 3 seconds, 3 minutes. If you don't mind, Clay, don't leave me, my guy. You know what I'm saying? Only because I wanted to just open that up according to the topic of discussion. And before we get started, let me just, get my regular intro. This is Manifested Thoughts Podcast. Glad to have you here. We're helping people bring their imagination into reality. Our starting goals here are to help 500 people, at least for the start, to bring 500 people to from their imagination and bringing what their thoughts are into reality by way of putting things into work, your dreams, your desires, and everything else. Listen, I also want to say that my name is Donald Francis. If we're our first time meeting together, it's glad to see you. I'm glad to have you here. Glad to meet you with all gratitude, love, and respect to you. Also, we're on channel. It's Life Podcast. It's a podcast that we first started before Manifested Thoughts. It's located right here on YouTube and Facebook. Also, It's All You TV. We're about to show you one more clip again that I bought my boy Clay with. You know what I'm saying? And you'll see that kind of content right here on It's All You TV. Also, we're located on Channel 49 TV. Please go check us out every Sunday, 9 p.m. You know what I'm saying? We have the links and stuff in the description. Glad to have you here. I'm just glad to be here with great gratitude. Happy Thanksgiving Eve. You know what I'm saying? And listen, who cooked? Who anybody cooked? Let me look at my tablet. Donna, did you cook? You know what I'm saying? Sherrod, you cook? Like and share your page if you could. You know what I'm saying? If you will, let people know that we're in. I already shared my page with everybody. Let people know that we're here. And let's listen, we're cooking today. We're starting to cook today. You feel what I'm saying? That's what we're doing. And no apologies. Listen, we sort of dragged our feet, but sometimes I do my best work at the very, very last minute. And so that's why we're here. You feel me? So listen, y'all, one more time, look at this clip and let me know what you think. Hold on. I got to go back to the beginning. Here we go. All right.
I can't believe you went behind my back, Zaire.
I didn't go behind your back, Malaysia. I just thought...
You thought? You thought? I'm so tired of your excuses. You never consider my feelings.
Well, I'm sorry it seemed that way, but I just thought it would be a nice surprise.
Surprise? By inviting your ex to our anniversary dinner?
It was a dinner to catch up. I didn't mean anything by it.
You know how uncomfortable I am with her, and yet you still did it anyways.
It's not like I was hiding anything from you. She's just a friend. Nothing more.
Well, it doesn't feel that way to me. Every time she's around, I feel invisible to you.
Yeah. So, oh man, that's kind of crazy. If you take a look at that particular scene, it opens up the topic of discussion, today. And so today we're talking about life's turning points. And how many people have had turning points in their life that, made you not turn for the bad or for the worse, but turn for the better, you know? And sometimes you have to have bad things happen in your life. The worst have to happen and break out in your life before you can get to that good point. Every success have failed so many different times by having certain turning points in their life. Tried, first you don't succeed, brush yourself off and try it again, then you go back and you try it again, then you go back and you try it again. Then you're at that particular breaking point where you feel it's not going to work. And then all of a sudden you get an epiphany. You wake up the next morning, you got a turning point. You're like, wow, what in the world happened? I don't know what happened to me, but for some reason, I still want to continue to go on with this. Have you ever had that particular idea that's inside of you, that you just could not let go, and it won't let you die and it won't let you let it die? You feel what I'm saying? But before you even give birth to it, you have to have some turning points in your life. Sometimes, unfortunately, we have to have people who disappoint us. We have to have people who ridicule our name. We have to have people who try to do damn things to us, what I'm saying, in our jobs, what I'm saying, and try to kill us and all this other stuff. It's amazing sometimes to me how people every now and again, they have to, do certain things to you. And sometimes they think that it's actually off of their merit and their might, but it's not really. It's according to the plan in your life that these things come about in your life to make you stronger, and that you have a place of this is it, no more. I've decided it ain't happening no more. Anybody ever had that before? Where I'm not having this in my life no more. This is it. I can't keep being punched down. I can't keep being knocked down. I can't keep being talked about. I can't allow for things that will happen to me consume me all the time. You see what I'm saying? It's not about. And so again, turning points are not bad. You feel what I'm saying? So let's take a look at these things real quick. And I don't have that much long to go. Let's take a look at these turning points in our life. You feel what I'm saying? I want to introduce you to a man by the name of Peter Voogd. Peter Voogd, it's amazing to me that when I take a look at this particular template, you look at the top, it has $65 and, and I got all the way to $95, right? I'm going to show you exactly what that means in Mr. Peter Voogd's life. Mr. Peter Voogd, before we get to the rest of the template, Mr. Peter Voogd had talked about that his dad owned a company, and his dad will always make him work, and not only did his dad make him work, but some of his friends, or his best friend rather, had also worked for his dad, and Peter Voogd himself was somebody who always thought outside of the box. He was that kid that didn't like to listen, that kid that will always break rules, that kid that cannot be conformed, to just stupid rules, and by which he considered to be stupid rules. He couldn't have anybody control him. He couldn't have anybody just, tell him anything to do. And he just would always break the rules. He couldn't stay there, Okay, cool. But he was that type of kid because he was a visionary. He was his own leader, and he was in turn his own person. At the age of 15, he was working for his father. Not only at the age of 15 was he working for his father, but his friend worked for his father. And for some reason, he made an excuse the day that he and his friend was supposed to work for his father up on the mountain. I think they were supposed to be shoveling snow. But he had lied to his dad and said, "Dad, I'll be right back. I forgot I had something to do." His dad understood that he did it 10,000 times, so he didn't think that it was worth arguing with Peter. He just let him go. But his friend remained there. And for some reason, during the time that he was working for his father, he had came out with like this product, this shoe that he created. And what he did was that he had an Amazon account. He created the Amazon account and he put it onto Amazon selling his shoe. But the time that he was working for his father or putting that work in during that particular day, that was the moment he had lied to his father and said, "I got something I got to do. I'll be right back." His father just shook his head and just let him go. At least he knew he had his friend that would help him out with the work that he was doing. And also, obviously, his father was paying his friend. But here's the thing that took place with Peter that brought us to our point that would help us to understand turning points in our life. He went straight home to take a look because it's just like some of us who are on Facebook, on Instagram. We post a picture up on LinkedIn. We post a picture up on X that used to be Twitter, and we go back and we leave like 5 minutes or 10 minutes. And for those of us who are excited to see who would give us a like on our pick, we'll go back to those particular, platforms to take a look. Who liked my pick? Who said something on my pick? Who did this on our pick? All this other stuff, right? But watch this. He went back to Amazon, not Facebook, not X, not Instagram. He went back to Amazon to take a look to see if he had a sale, because he sold his shoe for $91. Now, this brings us back to our template. If you take a look at the top, ladies and gentlemen, you look at $65. He said he went back to weigh how much his friend made with his father alone that particular day. He realized his friend made $65 that day and put in 8 hours worth of work with hard labor, maybe perhaps shoveling the snow and doing all of what his father needed his friend to do. Now, Peter himself left his pops just to go see if anybody bought one sale or see if he had one sale. Watch this. He had one sale. And that's why I bring me to my template. $91 he made. And watch this. He realized something. If his friend put 8 hours in a day to work for his father, right? And only made $65 that day, Peter, without doing anything, only put a pair of shoes up on Amazon and made $91 that one day. John Arrington, what's up, my guy? $91 he made that day. And this what brought him to this conclusion. He says, so now if he could make $91 in a day without putting in hard labor, and his friend bust his behind 8 hours that particular day and only made $65, this is the conclusion that Peter made. He says he realized he did not get paid for just posting on eBay, but he got paid for the courage to think differently and take the risk. Sometimes we have to learn how to have a turning point in our life by taking risks. He says his friend busted his behind the whole day. He left the scene and went to Amazon and watch this, made $91 in just 5 minutes. You know what he said? That was the turning point in his life, that he decided, I ain't working for nobody. I ain't working hard. I'm going to work smarter and not work harder. So Peter realized, if you look at the top of your page, ladies and gentlemen, and by the way, if you're on Amazon, don't look at anything. I'll let you know we're looking at $65 at the top. And we're looking at $95 at the top with an arrow from $65 to $91. Sorry. Peter said, this is the thing that allowed for him to come to this particular point. He did not get paid for just posting on eBay, but he got paid for the courage to think differently and take the risk. Let me ask you a question. Do you sometimes do things that scare you? Do you sometimes learn or have trained yourself to some degree how to take risks? They have a saying that sometimes in order for you to get something you never had, you got to do some things you've never, ever done. Sometimes you got to take risks within reason. Here's another thing you want to know. Sometimes all you need to know or you need in life is a taste of what's possible. I'll read that again. I messed it up. Sometimes all you need in life is a taste of what's possible. When you learn, just like Peter, that he understood that it was possible that if I can sell a product, a pair of shoes on Amazon for $91 and get more $91 that particular day, I don't have to work hard a day in my life if I work smarter. I mean, say something to me, y'all. Shout out Henry Watkins, my boy John Arrington's on the line. You know what I'm saying? Sherrod, good to see you. Polo, good to see you, my dude. Listen, again, realize that when you learn in life that you have turning points in your life, that you are tired of being tired, it brings you to this particular point. You want to learn how to take courage. And sometimes you have to think outside the box, right? And you get your royalties from just the courage And all you have to know is that there are possibilities of you having your idea and making royalties off the idea that you have. Do me a favor. At this point in your life, stop looking at the glass half empty and add to the part of the glass that's half full and fill the rest of it up. All you got to know is that if you get an idea, it is possible that it can take place in your life. Write a plan and go with that. I'm telling you, it works. And sometimes it's going to take you to fail 2 and 3 times, 4 and 5 times, in order for you to say, all right, I'm tired of failing. I'm going to fail better by making it happen. Anybody on the line know anything about that? Let's take a look at YouTube. Somebody's in YouTube. Chris Perez, what's going on, my dude? My boy Chris is in the house. So sometimes the only thing you need is a taste of what's possible. That's what Peter Voogd understood, that it only takes a taste of what's possible. Hey, let's take a look at these other goodies. Watch this. He made, now see, Peter Voogd, and I'm using him today as an example. And one day I'm going to manifest him on his platform. He's a multi-million-dollar dude, but I follow him. But watch this. He noticed that his job was only seasonal. It was only limited time. So what happens during limited time? He took a look at how much he was making per hour, and he added on to what he was making per week. And then he started to add up what he was going to make for the full summer. And he realized something, y'all. He realized something. Before we add these numbers, he realized something, that there was a person that was working there a little longer than he. And can I ask you a question? Have anybody ever been on a job where you've witnessed that there are people who are there longer than you, right? Now you come aboard, and not only are they there longer than you, but they start to do less work, but get paid more than you for doing it. And you find out that they make you do the job that they were supposed to do, because now you're the newbie. Now you're the person who's the amateur. But meanwhile, they're sitting around doing less of anything, taking longer breaks. I'm trying to paint a picture here. They're taking longer breaks. They're making you do their job description without telling you, because they've been there long enough. Oh, man. Absolutely. Absolutely. You know, I got you, Chris. They've been there long enough, and they're making you do what your job description don't even require. But because you're the newbie and you're humble, you're like, okay, because I don't know anything. And then yet you find a pattern that you're doing and they're doing less, but they're getting paid more than you. That's crazy, right? So Peter Voogd did this. Watch this. He realized, if you could look at your screen, he was making $7.05. And he was working 30 hours. 30 hours. And when he got paid, he realized he deducted all the taxes, because and after deducting all the taxes, he got only $147. There are 14 weeks in that particular summer. And he realized that at the end of the summer, he was going to get $2,058. My friends, that ain't really no money. He realized that he was going to only get that particular number. And so he bite the bullet. Let me tell you what he did. He decided, he noticed that the person that was there before him was, because he did valet parking, he's like, yo, the guy was not only procrastinating, but he was also stealing other co-workers' customers. So when other cars would come up, he'd run right in front of him. Hey, how may I help you? This, that, and the other. Get the money. And he's getting more money. You feel what I'm saying? But then he'll sit in the booth sometimes doing nothing. Peter said, you know what? Let me try it his way. Let me go all in. Let me go all out. And let me do what I got to do. So he started putting the grind in, getting the customers. You know what I'm saying? And then trying to exceed the expectation of the customers. Watch this. But he realized this one thing. No matter how much more he would do, no matter how much he'll put in, the guy that's doing less, that's been there longer than him, is still getting more than him. And watch this. He's still going to get the $2,058. And that number was not going to change. He says it wasn't going to change. So he had to get a turning point. So now he started to do less. He started to care less for the job. People started complaining about Peter and his customer service, how he's not exceeding the expectation of the service. They were complaining about his customer service now, how he does less than what he's supposed to do, how he's always in the booth, not doing anything, because Peter understood no matter how much I'll do, I'm not going to shine. I'm not going to be seen. This guy who's been here is going to be seen more than me. No matter what I do, they're going to always see him. So I like this, y'all, because watch this. Have I showed you 3? So watch this. He realized, I'm not going to move from the 705. I'm not going to move from having $140-something a week. I'm not going to move. It's only 14 weeks. And if I add all of that up, I'm only going to get $2,058. That's not going to change. So watch this. He came to this conclusion. He says, sitting in the booth, help him to realize this pivot. You're either building your dreams or you're getting paid to help someone else build theirs. And so he had to make a choice. Am I going to continue to work a secular job and help somebody else build their dreams while I only stay stagnant and not go no place else? And by no means today am I telling anybody that the job that you have is bad. By no means today am I condemning anybody that have a job that they're working on, because you can get wealth, you can generate all that you want with the job that you have if that's what you choose to do. There's nothing wrong with it, as long as you're getting your needs provided. If you're not looking to go no further than where you are on your job, and you think that your job is making the means that you have, God bless, stay where you are until retirement. It's no problem. You see what I'm saying? But Peter understood that he could not be constricted to rules. He can't undermine himself by doing the stuff that he's doing. You see what I'm saying? And working for other people. He knew he had something in him that's far more greater, that's going to allow him to get further than where he is working for someone else. Sometimes you have to learn how to become partners while you look at the B clause of it, or you're getting paid to help someone else build theirs, meaning their dreams. Can I tell you something? Sometimes you have to make your secular job your partner so that it could fund the dream that you want to pursue. It could fund the vision you want to pursue. See, here's a turning point. Sometimes you're either going to build your dream or get paid for helping somebody else build theirs. But if you're going to get paid to help somebody else build theirs, why not allow for your job to now in your mind become more of your partner than your job? Because if you look at your secular job as a partner, however you are rated on your job, they will tell you the truth. Rather than your job ethic is good or your job ethic is bad. And one thing about a secular job, your job will help you to understand that if your job ethic is not good in this field, we'll give you time to at least develop in this particular job. You see, and that is why your job will become your partner. It doesn't become a job. If you look at your job like a job, then you're going to always have a job. But your job is your partner. Let them help you fund what you want to do for the rest of your life. Let them help you fund your dream. If I'm saying something, give me the hearts, give me the likes, give me something. Say something. So watch this. Oh, man. He came to the conclusion that while he tried to make the job that he had that was secular his partner, it wasn't going to work. Because see, sometimes, when you get your new job, you're like a partner to them. But then after a while, you start to notice what you're not doing and what you are doing. You're doing more of somebody else's job than yours. Then after a while, it becomes tiresome. You become tired. and you don't no longer want to do those particular things except what you're required to do. Then all of a sudden, you start to see people rating your worth and your value, you see, and they're telling you what you're worth. But can I tell you something? Not so. When you're on your secular job, you got to look at your secular job two ways. First of all, stop looking at it as a job if you want to keep it. Look at it as your partner. We got that out the way. But here's the other thing. You got to know that your job sometimes will not be fair to you. And they will seemingly not to be fair to you. Because just like Peter Vu, watch what happened. He decided, just like the person that was before him was going all in and grabbing customers, he decided, let me just change the narrative of my life. Maybe I'll get more money by doing what he does or exceeding the expectation. He was doing more than the guy was doing, and he realized he was going to stay at that same percentage. And that's when he decided, you know what? My job now can become like judges. It's funny because if you've ever entered into, and I'm glad Henry Watkins on the line because he understands models. I remember Tyra Banks, and I wish I had a picture. Tyra Banks was someone, she came through the trenches in her modeling gig because she understood the majority of her career on the come up had to be based on judgment. So she had to judge herself greatly and think the way a judge would think in order for her to make it. So what happens with her? She started to build her craft. She know how to walk the runway. She know how to dress. She know how to give you the diva look. She know the different expressions. She know how to give you different pictures and photos. She know how to do it and maneuver and do all this other stuff. And the majority of her career, she's been judged. That meant she couldn't eat for so much. She had to stay a certain size and all that. So when she did her runway and when she did her competition time, and it was time for her to go before the judges. This is your job. Your job can become you after a while. You're a judge. Because after about a year's time, year and a half time, they start to judge your work and see how much you've excelled, to see if you're even good enough for the department that you're in. You are loving the department that you're in because you put in for it. And sometimes the more and more you think that you're good, the more and more you start to discover you're not as good as you thought. You feel what I'm saying? And now judges are saying, you could do this better. You could do that better. You're failing in this. I want you to do more of that. Can you just do and suggest? They give you the suggestive question. Can you do, or are you going to, or are you considering, or will you this, or will you that? Meanwhile, they're really saying, I need you to do. I need you to do. I need you to do. Anybody ever witnessed that? RJ, what's up? RJ York, good to see you. So at the end of the day, y'all watch this. If I don't got that far to go, he realized this, that the more and more people judge you, depending upon how they feel that particular day, will determine if you're a good fit and or not. Think about it. Take a look at the competition when it comes down to modeling, and that's a competitive field. If the judges feel like you that day, then you got it. No matter how much you put on your best. Let's take cooking for an example. My boy John Arrington is watching. I feel my boy John Arrington, my boy Henry Watkins, I wish Dave Keona's on the line. They're cooks. I know how to cook, but they're cooks in my heart, and in my eyesight. These dudes can throw down. Clay, I'm sure you can too. Sherrod, I'm sure you can too. Not too sure who cooked. But these dudes can cook and throw down. Feel me? And if they would ever go into a cooking competition, always remember, nobody's better than you. They might be more advanced in that particular area than you are, but nobody's better than you. You feel what I'm saying? But judges, when you're going into a competition, judges who feel that they have to judge you will make you feel like the person next to you were either better than you or you were better than them. Isn't it funny how when you're the winner, you know I was better than them, but then when you came in third place, you're like, they wasn't better than me. It's kind of funny though, because that's what happens. But watch what happens, and this is what happens with your secular job. Your secular job becomes equivalent to those of them who judge your food. They judge it of presentation, judge it of taste, you know what I'm saying, mainly, you know, and the originality. But watch this. If you have the ingredients of spaghetti, they gave me the ingredients of spaghetti. Let me pick one of you. They gave Tanjanette, who just came in, the ingredients of spaghetti. And they say, I want all of y'all to cook spaghetti. You cook spaghetti, you got to present it, and now you're going for the taste test and originality. Guarantee you, no matter how much we got the same ingredients, it's going to come out different. But here are the judges. If John Arrington put more pepper in his spaghetti, and then you got Tanjanette, who put more salt in her spaghetti, then you got Clay Johnson, who put more sauce in his spaghetti, depending upon what the judges feel that day. If they feel like more sauce that day, guess who's going to win? You got it, Clay. If they felt more salt that day, guess who's going to win? You got it, Tanjanette. If they felt more pepper that day, guess who's going to win? You got it, John Arrington. Depending upon how the judges feel that day will determine the dish that will win. But did that mean that the other dishes were bad? No. After all, they're on the same platform. That's got to be accounted for something. You made it this far to the finals. It's got to be accounted for something. You see what I'm saying? But your job, your secular job, become that. As where they start to judge what they want out of you or want more out of you that particular day. And that would determine promotion, or you stay where you are, or you're no longer with them. And I like the Bible where it talks about to whom much is given, much is required, right? So if you are promoted, much is required of you. That means you might not get lunch, champ. That might mean breakfast. If you ain't eating it at home, sis, that ain't happening for you. You got to take the sacrifices and exceed the expectation. So watch this. He realized that the more and more people judge you, you could either be in the competition or voted out. This is Peter Vogue's acronym for a job. Just over broke. He realized that's the conclusion he came. Because if I'm going to be judged every single day, and depending upon my judges, supervisors, managers, CEOs, depending upon how they feel that day, if that can determine my workflow or my workload or my work ethic, I don't think, champ, I need to be there. I realize that my work and my job or having a job means I'm just over being broke if I don't save. Yo, if y'all getting value, do me a favor, give me the hearts. Yo, what's going on, my guy? Oh, man, good to see you. Keyshawn, good to see you. Good to see everybody. Chris, good to see you on YouTube. Good to see you on Twitter. Good to see you in my email list. Wow. We got 50 people in my email list. I'm glad to see that. But listen, I'm glad my boy John Arrington's on the line. I want to give homage to him. He's coming out with a short film called Flashes. I want y'all to look out for it. And here we go.
You notice the climate between cops and citizens? They think we're the problem.
I know, all right, I know.
We got Jay.
Tommy is a good cop. He's one of our own.
This is a direct response to all the pain we carry.
What did I do?
Well, since you don't remember, I'm gonna help you out.
Tommy, you didn't think he was gonna let him and his friend do it.
We just need to talk to him about a few things.
Find him!
Judah should be the last of your words.
Order in my courtroom now.
Yeah, that's Real Block Films, not pictures, along with Select House Pictures. Is it film, John, or is it Select House Pictures? So listen, I want y'all to look out for that. That's coming really, really soon. I know it said in the caption coming this summer, but I do believe it's coming before this summer. But no matter when it come out, I want y'all to all go take a look at it. It's going to rocket sky rocket. That's my dyslexia coming in. You know, it's going to be dope. And I want y'all to please go and take a look at it. That's my family. Those are my people. And we're there to support each other. And I'm so happy to be able to do that. I got to put my glasses on because I see there was somebody else. Oh, Deborah's online. Chris, good to see you. And Deborah says hello from YouTube. My boy Chris says I didn't fall. I can't even see that. Maybe all right. Oh, know what to do. Right. I got you, my guy. You know, let me tell you something. It's amazing, y'all. It's amazing because even though he says in his acronym, just over broke can be that for some of us. That's if we don't really know what our zero is, you know. I had a turning point in my life where I decided I'm sick and tired of not having finances. I'm sick and tired of not having what it is that I want to desire, you know, until not only have I learned to save, but I also had to discipline myself about what my zero is. And every episode, y'all might hear me talk about that. Paula Boomer, good to see you. That's my mom. Raymond Harden, you know what I'm saying? Good to see y'all. So I had to learn what my turning point was, you know, and that is I don't have to go the extra mile to buy sneakers to improve people. You know what I'm saying? You know, as a pastor, sometimes it's kind of crazy because, you know, a lot of people, they're so controversial about offering and stuff like that, you know, as though like, you know, the churches are supposed to support, like the building is going to support itself off its good looks and stuff like that. And so when churches have offering, we have to keep the lights on too. We have to keep the phone bill going. You know what I'm saying? We have to keep insurance outside. If somebody tripped, we can't be sued about that we're insured and stuff like that. All of that type of stuff, you know, but also forget all that. But how about even as a pastor, you go to somebody else's church and stuff like that, you have to have, you know what I'm saying, and give and sow seed to people because it's all about giving. God love a cheerful giver. Why am I going to that? What are we talking about, Donald? I'm just saying that there's sacrifices, you know, we have to make that you have to learn how to develop what your zero is. If you got $20,000 in the bank, and that's really not no money, you know what I'm saying, but it's good money, you know what I'm saying, and you cut 10 of that to play with, to pay bills and to multiply that with and play around with, that means your zero is $10,000 that's left over. So that means you're not going to get down to your last 10,000 because if you are, my friend, you considered broke. Even if it was 20,000 and that's your zero, then you're considered broke. If you have to have more than that, right? So at the end of the day, you have to know what your zero is. So that means when you go down, it doesn't mean that you're broke. It's just that we have to learn how to maintain our finances better, that we not get down to whatever you consider your zero to be. For some people, zero is zero. You see what I'm saying? But for others, zero is, I'm just not going beneath this particular, you know, number, and that's my standard. And I believe that we as an African-American people have to learn how to think outside the box, and I'll have to learn how to earn, you know what I'm saying, have and keep our earnings, and to know I'm not going to buy the extra cup of coffee. I'm not going to buy those sneakers. Can I tell you something? I'm going to tell you something that's really, really bizarre. I'd rather us wear the same shirt and wash it every day, the same jeans and wash it every day. Not that I'm doing that. The same sneakers and wash it every day, or make sure that we keep it together. Wear two sneakers because you don't want you know, get two sneakers. And I like Jamal Bryant, who says, if you're going to buy one thing, buy two of them so you don't wear the other one out. You feel what I'm saying? And I think that's wisdom. But at the end of the day, listen, I'd rather you have two pairs of everything, have them decent and clean. And if people are like, yo, you're always wearing this, you're always wearing that. But can I tell you something? My bank account says different. You see what I'm saying? People can sit there and tease you. Yo, you wearing the same hat. Okay. I don't see you running to the bank, champ. You feel me? You're not being cocky, or you're not being, you know, over the top, or whatever the case may be. But sometimes we have to learn how not to struggle. That's why I thank God for people that when I was low, who've helped me. And I'm going to tell you, starting my own business, I didn't go into this cold turkey. I didn't go into this blindfolded. I ain't just jumped ship. I promise you. I was saving during the course of the years, just like I'm saving for my house. And I have enough for that. It's just about when, where, and how. You know You feel what I'm saying? What, when, and where. Not the how, because we got the money. But here's the other thing. It was just about, listen, I know my zero. I know what I'm going in for, and I know what I'm saving for. And so for people who will ever think, oh, you ain't got that much. No, I'd rather have the little and have the much so that when I do go into the much, it's a big impact. Come on, y'all. You feel me? So when I went into this, I've learned how to scale it first. We got to learn how to scale things because listen, sometimes having a job is just over broke if you're not maintaining your finances. You can give John Arrington $5 today, and that's my brother. That's why I can talk about him. You give him $5 today, he'll have the same $5 6 months from now. And I mean the same $5 bill 6 months from now. And I was like, what am I doing wrong? Hold on, champ. My son Azariah, you give him $5 today. He'll be like, oh yeah, dad, 3 weeks from now. Oh yeah, dad, the same $5 you gave me. What? And that's a gift for some. Others got to develop into that. Money makes you secure. It's the love of money that becomes the root of all evil. Money is good because money answereth all things. And if you don't save the money that you're supposed to have, you have a job, you're just over broke. Come on, y'all. Here's the next template. I'm almost finished. Most people with a typical job sometimes complain about their boss, and I put that in white, money, their time off, being tired, not wanting to work. I remember that was me. Yo, listen, if this was you at one point, if you're not retired, if you're not working for yourself, or sometimes even you might have a secular job, you find yourself in these categories. This used to be me. I used to sometimes complain about bosses, not my former job. No, because I loved what I did. I love working with people. I love making people happy. I love making people feel good. I love having people walk away with a smile. But sometimes there are people who complain about this. And I'm not highlighting your money today, but I'm talking to the people I used to be. And the most significant for some of us is money, is finances that will bring us security, that will bring us the thing that will help us to say, listen, I'm confident, I'm secure. Heck, even my self-esteem is up because I have a cushion that I can fall on, financially established and stable. Come on. You see, you might not be where you want to be, but you're not where you used to be. Come on, churchgoers, you see. But this is what I'm talking about. Some people complain. And I remember, y'all, having a job. I remember trying to build my dream. I remember going through these particular motions. I remember, and then when my job, I had no problems with my former job, but when my job became this, complaining about my boss, never really complained about money, but never really complained about time off, but being tired was something that I've complained about. And then eventually, because of the latter proportion, this would happen. I didn't want to go to work no more. I did not want to work. And we're taught, go get a regular paying job, go work hard. Make sure you got a 9 to 5. And people are really saying, make sure you have a cushion, because that that's going to be something substantial. But depending upon your judges, depending upon your bosses, will determine if you're good and you have wealth because you're making it to the top of your department, or you're just over broke. That you're fired away, you feel what I'm saying, from being broke. And this is the thing that people complain about. You see what I'm saying? I love this. And this is where you are in this season. And I'm about to land a plane. But before I land the plane, after I say what I said, I got 2 more ads for you, and we're going to go. I don't know who I'm talking to on this line, but there have to be a conclusion, man. I remember, being at 55 Hudson Yards, and I remember being at a particular place where I love the people, and I still do. But then when I've learned that I wasn't too liked by certain people, I had a prophecy that came to me and said, listen, you're not going to stay at that job. But while you're there, you're going to suffer good trouble. That's what this individual said to me. good trouble. And the trouble that I did suffer was good, because the reason that they didn't like me was because everybody else liked me. The reason that they didn't care for me too much was because I seemingly were getting more of the attention. I'm like, you could be fired for doing something good and create an environment that when people come into work, that they're happy to come to work, that we're all day, good morning, good to see you. Hey, what's going on? Why are you not smiling today? You need a hug? Come on, give me a hug. Shake your hand. What's up? Giving people pounds. People came looking for me because they needed hugs. People came looking because they dapped me up. I got people out of being afraid into dapping each other up. If you think sick, if you think wrong, that's what you're going to be. Such as a man thinketh, so is he. And that will manifest in your life. But I was like, nah, I love you. Come on. I love you. What's up? Hey, hey, hey. And we were happy until one of the main people didn't like it no more. Because the people they wanted to have dinner with and lunch with were the people I was having lunch with and I was having dinner with. You see? And even though we had nice, great suits, and I still got those suits, and I got more, they did not like even the way I started to look, because we started to look nice. We had CPOs who were security guards, who people came and said, yo, I remember you used to wear the same suits that they were wearing. Why are you looking better than them? I said, excuse me, ma'am. Excuse me, sir. Have nothing to do with being better. Says I was actually kicked out from being a security guard, and now I'm trying to be initiated in, and that's why I don't get a chance to wear a uniform. See, stuff like that helped them to feel good about my intentions. I didn't come to nobody, I'm related. Oh, look at me. Look at me now. Boom. Look at me. I ain't come with none of that, because none of that stuff I owned anyway. And I'm not making this lecture about me, but I want you to understand what happens and what takes place when people reach a turning point in their life. There comes a time where you reach a turning point. By the way, that prophet was John Arrington, who's on the line, and said, you're gonna be out of there. And it wasn't no more than a couple of months that bang. And he pushed me into my own, pushed me into my own business, pushed me into a place of free and freedom, financial freedom, you see, and financial, to get up every morning, to have a schedule that I go by because I master my mornings. Come on, y'all. To be able to have a chance. And this is why I love this. Sometimes all you need in life is a taste of what's possible. And I realized it was scalable, it was possible, and I could leave my family a legacy. You feel what I'm saying? Got a little bit of change in the bank right now, but I can leave my family a legacy. You see? And now I'm able to fund me to help other people. You feel me? Watch this. My job is not YouTube, it's not Facebook. YouTube and Facebook is helping me promote my business. And I didn't mean to go on a tantrum, right? But I wanted you to understand that I got away from a boss who didn't like me. Money was good, time off was good, but I started to get tired because I'm fighting every single day that even though we all look like we were together, we were not all together, champion. We looked like we were all happy. I'm smiling over pressure at the fact that these people don't like me here. At the fact that if somebody who was a tenant who would say something good about me, you would put me even more hot water because they don't like it. But here's what the conclusion is. And before we get to the conclusion, let me play these last two. I have to pay bills. All right. Please stay with me, y'all. I want y'all to see this last two. Calling on all New Yorkers. Are you tired of traffic and delays when traveling to LaGuardia Airport? Well, look no further than Blade Helicopter Company. They're here to revolutionize your journey. With Blade, you can skip all the hustles with traditional transportation and arrive to LaGuardia Airport with style. Some of the features you'll come across: time-saving convenience. Blade offer a swift, direct route to LaGuardia Airport, cutting your travel time significantly. luxury and comfort, enjoy a luxurious and comfortable helicopter ride with their top-of-the-line aircraft. Safety first. Blade prioritizes your safety with rigorous maintenance and expert pilots. Breathtaking views. Experience stunning views and landscapes as you soar to LaGuardia Airport. Flexible scheduling. Choose a departure time that suits your schedule and they'll be there to take off. So look, don't waste precious time stuck in traffic. Elevate your travel experience with Blade Helicopter Company and arrive to LaGuardia in just 5 minutes. Book your flight now. Fly with Fortune. Yo, what's up, everybody? This your boy Donald Francis, and welcome to Manifested Thoughts Podcast, where we're helping people bring their imagination into reality. Yo, we're already giving away gifts, and we're only a few subscribers in. The only thing you have to do is go to manifestedthoughts888@gmail.com. One more time, manifestedthoughts888@gmail.com. After you do that, you'll type in giveaways and type in one of the topics that we talked about on our platform. And bam, it's over. Just like that. Back to the program.
Gonna hit the ground running.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So listen, y'all seen Blade, and this is brought to you by Blade, by the way. And if you're in Hudson Yards area, you're about 2 blocks away, you know what I'm saying, just for $195, if you have to get to the airport, whatever the case may be, they can get you there in 5 minutes. You feel me? And they didn't forget about your boy. You know, and all you got to do is type in Donald F&F for Francis to take $50 off your first airport flight. Isn't that dope? You know what I'm saying? And also, if you want to take a tour, that's great. If you notice, I had also promoted our giveaways. Well, this is going to be our first giveaway, y'all. You feel me saying that we're talking about? And watch this. The first giveaway is an a helicopter flight. I was going to say airport flight. A helicopter flight with your boy, Donald Francis. And in order for you to go into that particular category, and if you want to be, you know what I'm saying, in our giveaways, all you got to do is go to manifestedthoughts888@gmail.com. Manifestedthoughts888@gmail.com. All right. Go in there and put in giveaways, and we'll know that you're one of the contestants for the giveaway. You know, how about riding with me? Come on, y'all. You know what I'm saying? You know, and so we're going to also announce that on next week. All right. Next Tuesday, we're going to announce next Monday. Sorry. We're going to announce that. Feel what I'm saying? So I'm happy about that. And again, I'm just grateful to all of you being here. So listen, let's land the plane real quick. So again, I wanted to say this, and this is from my heart, y'all. Please, if you don't mind, you know, again, there are people who got, you know, jobs sometimes who complain about their money, you know what I'm saying, their boss, their time off sometimes, being tired and not wanting to work. I remember, you know, my latter day, and I don't know if anybody ever had to put up with this, as to where, you know, you have someone who have a boss that's over them, you know, and because they want to make it so good with their boss, you know, they're your friends when their boss is not around. But if they know that their boss don't like you, they're no longer your friend in front of their boss. You know, they try to call you their friend and any other, but then go overboard, you know, by trying to act like they hate you because they know that their boss don't like it, well, like it rather, and love it, and they know that you don't like it because the boss hates you so much. You know, they'll do anything. You know, and they're trying to, you know, not answer you. You call them and say, hey, so-and-so, can I ask you about this? They give you a look in front of their boss like they're superior. I said, you know what, my dude, I ain't got to take this no more. You feel me? I don't have to have this no more. And I feel it. But here's what your dance is. Here is your testimony for the rest of this year, today, from this day forward, on in through 24, 25, 26, 27. Watch this. I realized that my life was being destroyed. I realized that my life was getting crazy. And this is 11:30. All right, we're 11:30. My life was getting crazy because I was coming home unhappy. I was coming home angry because I didn't like my job, but I couldn't tell my boss because they weren't my bosses. I couldn't tell my boss because my boss was about the building. And as long as we could preserve the building, we don't care nothing about nothing else. So I decided this one thing right here. Instead of wondering where my next vacation is, maybe we should set up a life you don't need to escape from. I hope that right here is a turning point for somebody here. Instead of wondering while having a job when your next vacation is, maybe you should set up a life you don't need to escape from. Yo, that is a turning point. I wish I had my sound system. That is a drop the mic right there. You can turn your life around by saying, my life don't have to be like this as I land the plane. We don't have to go like this. We don't have to do it like this. It don't have to be miserable. You don't have to come home in chaos. You don't have to come home to arguments. You don't have to go to work in misery. You don't have to go to work looking at different people who don't like their jobs either and try to make your job more miserable. You come into work happy. They don't like it because you're happy. You can come home sometimes happy, and depending upon your household, come home because you're happy. Your neighbors don't like you happy. Sometimes, so you know what we need to do sometimes? Change the narrative. Instead of wondering when our next vacation is going to be, let's create a life we don't have to escape from. And can I tell you something? This is where I am right now, and this is where you are. I pray and hope that this can be a turning point for somebody who says, you know what? Life is what you make it to be. I'm not going to look at the glass that's half empty. I'm going to fill the rest of it up. And I'm going to make it what I want to make it. Sometimes you think about the hardest things that you have to pursue. Think about that thing and how it would look if it looked easy. And try it that way. Try it that way. And if you feel that there's some stumbling blocks along the way of trying it, that way, then fix the little stumbling blocks and watch it become easier in your life. You feel me? I never knew that I would witness a time and or a day that I didn't realize that today was Friday, that I didn't realize today was Monday. I didn't realize it's Wednesday. You understand what I'm saying? I'm not saying you don't have to work when you're at a point of your own place in your own business. But when you are loving what you do, you don't mind working toward the thing you love to do. What's your turning point in your life? Because money is not everything. And I'm going to tell you something. Money won't just answer all of your problems, because you can't borrow your way to victory. You can't borrow your way out of money situations. You can't borrow your way into a house, borrow your way, because you're creating more bills. Sometimes you have to learn how to work smarter and not harder. This is what Mr. Peter Wu have done. He says, if I can make $91 in one day, as opposed to working hard for 8 hours a day to only make $65, I think that there's possibilities here. And I want you to ponder this while you're eating your meal, while you're eating your Thanksgiving time. What are the next steps of my life? Because I'm tired of dealing with that relationship, tired of dealing with those friends, tired of dealing with being compromised, tired of dealing with people and they don't like you. But to surround yourself around people who do love you and like you. But watch this. But that won't praise you too much either. You see, you don't need too much praise, because real friends will tell you did that wrong. Real friends will tell you, think you're going the wrong way. Real friends will tell you, I don't think that's for you, champ. Real friends will tell you, I think you need to go and correct that. Real friends will tell you stuff like that. They won't only give you praise, but behind the scenes, they're letting you know, they're letting you have it. But they're doing it in love, not because they're mad at what you're pursuing. Am I saying something? I hope I'm giving you value today. You feel what I'm saying? I hope I'm giving you something. What's your turning point? You see, wow, good to see you, Javon. What's up, my dude? What's your turning point? Because I'm going to tell you something. I got tired of dealing with the job that I had. I got tired of dealing with fake people. I got tired. I put up with enough. I put up with enough of being nice to people who would continue to give me I'll get their dirty shoes. Can I say it like that? You feel what I'm saying? Give me their old pants. Come on, y'all. Give me the shirt that they just wore with the dirty collar. I got tired of doing stuff like that. I've got tired of being judged of my value. See, I want you to know, and I'm going to let it go. I'm going to let it go, John. I'm going to let it go, y'all. But watch this. I got tired, y'all, of having my value be compared to somebody else's solution. I got tired of that. You're not going to sit there and tell me I'm only worth this amount, which means now I'm going to only get this amount. I got tired of people being judgmental by saying, I don't think you're worth moving on or you're worth being elevated. I got tired of working according to somebody else's standard. Yes, massa. Yes, massa. Nah, I vowed I ain't going to work for nobody else. I'm sorry. I'm not doing it. Because if I can have control and not taking anything away from the God that I serve, but if I can have control over my life, I've learned that that moment was a turning point. Question of the day. What's your turning point? What was the moments that, you said, now, not doing this no more? What was the moment you decided, I'm not coming home to an unstraightened up house? What was the moment of your turning point? I'm not coming home to kids who are only on Fortnite all day with no homework being done, no chores being done. I know about it. I got that right in my closet, champ. What was your turning moment and your turning point? I'm now looking out for me. So I've been looking out for everybody else. What's your turning point? Because see, sometimes people think that as a pastor, you don't have feelings. He's always good. And there's some people, when you're in a leadership position, who want to see you fail so that they can step up and do better and say, listen, I should be him, or I can do or be better. Anytime, and I'm not even just talking about pastoring, but on your job, there's always somebody who think they can do it better than you, or somebody who think you don't deserve the job or position that you have. I want to talk to my people, y'all. I'm done already. I'm finished. You feel me? But yo, listen, we got to learn how to wise up, right? And not have somebody's butt in your face to kiss it. Sorry to be candid like that. But I got tired of dealing with people who would not smile at me when I would smile at them, who would fake give me dap when they cared nothing about what I did. Now, I love those people because it pushed me into a place of financial freedom. And I'm not, listen, y'all, please humbly, and I'm making more per month than I've ever done or I've ever made with the job that I've had. Watch this. Not doing 8 hours worth of work, grabbing a shovel, being a valet. I just got tired of it. And listen, if you're not there, it's okay. If you have your job, it's okay. Some of y'all been on jobs for 20 years and, you know what I'm saying, and longer. No. Get your accolades. Don't you move. Get all of your accolades that you need. All the rewards that's supposed to come with that. You put in too much time for you to be going cold turkey now. You might as well go out to retire if that's the will for your life. But for me, champ, I'm almost 50. If I was going to make those moves, then when? I know I'm a little bit passionate. I'm sorry, with no voice. But all I'm saying is, what's the turning point next year for you? In fact, what's the turning point for you right now? You know what? You're right. I don't have to deal with all these hard-headed kids. I ain't got to deal with the family that's crazy. I ain't got to keep doing it this way. I ain't got to put up with Negroes that don't care nothing about nothing. You feel me? And see, and let me say this, and I'm going to really land the plane now. Some people lie after they part ways with their job by saying, oh, I'm good. I'm making more now, this, that, and the other. And you know you ain't good. You know you home sobbing. You know you borrowing Peter to pay Paul. You know you ain't make no moves. Listen, it's called save up and be prepared. I'm going to tell you, there's one word that will kill stress. One word that will kill your anxiety. Preparation, my friend. Preparation. When you prepare for your thoughts, prepare for the things that you think that wouldn't take place, when it comes, it's a day, it's a day in the sun. It is summertime. Come on, y'all. You feel me? So I don't have to care about. I love the people who did me wrong now more because you pushed me into financial freedom. You pushed me into hiring other people for my own company. You pushed me here, and I'm grateful to you. Listen, question of the day. What might it be your turning point? When are you going to decide, yo, listen, this is my time. I'm not scared anymore. Listen, when you learn how to punch fear in the face, you got two acronyms for fear. Either forget everything and run, or face everything and rise. You feel what I'm saying? Which one are you? Because there comes a time for everything. By the way, I want to say happy Thanksgiving to all of you. Have a wonderful, prosperous Thanksgiving. The turkey, let the turkey be lit. Maybe some of you are not having turkey. Let the chicken be lit. Okay, you ain't having chicken. Whatever. Let it be lit. Whatever you have, let it be the best moments of your life. I'm so grateful to you, Sherrod, Clay Johnson, John Arrington, Henry Watkins, RJ, Tanjani, you know what I'm saying, Keyshawn, Raymond Harden, Paula Boomer. Oh, wow. Good to see you, Divine. Sabu Divine, good to see you. And also on YouTube, Deb, good to see you. And Javon, oh, man. I can't even see. My screen is over there. Thank you, sir. Thank you. He said, love that for you, brother. Happy Thanksgiving, King. Happy Thanksgiving. I wanted to join you on Facebook. I couldn't see you. Okay, no problem. You're saying, Deborah, good to see you. Chris Perez again. I appreciate you. I appreciate all of you in this season. Listen, this is the time for you to eat, be happy. I might be at John's house this week. I don't know. I might be at Dave's house. I might be at your house. After I cook. Yeah, I said it. After I cook. Y'all have a good Thanksgiving. And just be grateful for the family that's left over. We lost so many people during COVID. We lost so many people during trying times. But we're still here. And I love all of y'all. Yo, this is your boy Donald Francis. This Manifested Thoughts podcast with love and respect and adoration to you. Thank you for being people that help me, people that follow me, people that love on us. I'm grateful to you. And until next week, have a good one, y'all. I'll see you Friday. But until then, peace.
Sometimes I was thinking it's over, but my friends tapping me on my shoulder. And you know, yeah, I got a shoulder. They don't always believe in me. I just wanna try to see.